people who let the teeny tiniest amount of fame go to their heads. Our local traffic lady on the news goes to the gym hiding like Leonardo DiCaprio from paparazzi. Oh, well, isn't that interesting? Like, what do you mean? Like, does she walk in there and she's like, oh, guys, everybody calm down. Excuse me, no photos, please. I'm just trying to get my workout. Excuse me. Like that? I don't even think Leonardo DiCaprio does that. I sell Mercedes. I once had a 24-year-old man come in saying he wanted to buy a black SLS we had on the showroom floor. He had started a Facebook page a few days prior and thought that he had gone viral and was now rich. He had been promoting his page, and even though it only had 150 likes, it had 18K views. He was telling me how it's been hard to cope with his newfound fame, and that he isn't going to forget the little people. He tried to buy a $200,000 car with his Facebook page as proof of income. He had $13 in his checking account. Hold up. He was trying to buy this car? Like, I want this car, and how I'm gonna pay is by showing you my Facebook page. Girl I was friends with in college won a local pageant for the Miss America organization. Crazy girl wore her crown out in public for the next week. If you don't know, the Miss America structure, a local pageant, is the first step to the state pageant. There are 30 plus local crowns given out in our state, and none of them require a girl to wear her local crown in public before the state pageant. It was super uncomfortable to be seen with her like that. Like, imagine, like, let's all go to the mall. Like, she has her, like, crown on. Just a little uncomfortable. Proudly put that on a shelf in your room. Like, it's a win. Good for you. But I'm not, like, wearing that out in public. That's like me wearing, like, one of my track and field medals. I work for a company that books luxury travel. Think $20,000 packages. Oh, she really said luxury. A woman contacted us wanting a free trip in exchange for posting it on her blog, proudly proclaiming that she had 800 followers. My coworker's dog photo account has more followers. I think you're missing a few zeros on top of that 800. $20,000 packages. My friend was on Jerry Springer, and when he got back, he made his own website referring to himself as an aspiring actor. He actually talks about when he got into guitar and when he made his acting debut on the website. He even posted about going back for an update show. It's been a year and he's been recognized once from Springer at a local restaurant. Listen, being on the Jerry Springer show is a win, okay? A win is a win. I would be thrilled to tell people that I was on the Jerry Springer show. Honestly, I'd be more thrilled to be in the audience though. I know a girl who was in The Social Network who was one of the models they used in the beginning when they were scrolling through the Hot or Not site. After that role, in quotations, she immediately moved to Hollywood. Progress is still pending. You know what? She saw an opportunity and she took it. Damn, that's pretty bold to just have, after that, to move to Hollywood? How long has it been pending? That's what I want to know. Was this years ago? Is it still pending? This kid from my high school out of nowhere started posting tweets like he was famous and bought a bunch of Twitter followers. So he was around 50K. They were bought. Acted like he was better than everyone and we should be bowing down to him. Now a few years later, he's in college and has around 100K followers and made a song that got to like 150 on the iTunes EDM chart. He tells people he's opening for big names and has shows on Warped Tour every year, but no amount of research has ever shown that to be true. One thing he does that's pretty insane is to post photos of girls on Twitter that he edited to look like Snapchat pictures he was sent, claiming that random fangirls send these photos all the time. It's not so much that a small amount of fame has gone to his head, I just think his lie is so many layers deep that he actually thinks it's the truth now. It's quite saddening to watch from the outside. So basically, he's a pathological liar. And Something is screaming illegal about those photos. Also, you would know if he toured on Warped Tour. All you gotta do is a quick Google. All you have to do is a quick Google search. At my old job, I had a student that was on that one MTV show where they tried to reshape you into whatever you want to be. Made. Something made? I remember it. I think she wanted to make the varsity basketball team or something. I've never seen the show or watched MTV, and she introduced herself to me that she was on that show, which was utterly confusing. She would talk about this in her classes, and I think she even offered to sign autographs. It was incredibly awkward. It's a cool experience if you're on it, I get it. But it's one thing to offer autographs, and it's another thing if you're getting asked for them. Lila, stop it. I can see you. Just because I'm filming doesn't mean I can't see what you're doing over there. It's my dog. Chewing on some, I can see you, girl. I worked security at Toronto's Union Station, a train station. Thank you for clarifying. I live in Toronto, everybody. There had been a One Direction concert at the adjoining Air Canada Centre, and afterwards I saw a group of preteen girls rushing this other preteen girl asking for photos and autographs. Turns out she was some lucky ticket holder and got to go on stage and take a selfie with the band. That's it. And there was a crowd of 30+ girls around her asking for photos and autographs. Maybe not exactly an example of going to her head, but it was certainly bizarre and really made me think about this unhealthy obsession with fame. If that was me and a Miley Cyrus ticket and I got to meet her on stage, like, ugh. But the fact that people want to take pictures is weird. I feel like they only want pictures and autographs because they're trying to become her friend. It's just shady behavior and I see right through it. I have a Facebook acquaintance who is an aspiring actress, but she's never had a speaking role in anything and takes whatever extra job she can get. This in itself wouldn't be bad at all, paying your dues, learning more about businesses, etc. But her Facebook statuses are constantly about preparing for my big scene with Celebrity X tomorrow. Celebrity Y was totally checking me out on set today. Up at 4:30 to make my 5 o'clock call time set. Such is the life of a working actress. Whenever someone unintentionally calls her out on her BS, example with a supportive comment like, "You got a speaking role with X? Congrats. What is your line?" their comment is promptly deleted. I know, I probably should just block her, but the whole charade is oddly fascinating. I would probably follow along too, just for fun. It's entertainment. I, for one, always share my auditions, things like that. Any commercials or roles that I book, I share that online. However, I can't imagine posting stuff like that, especially if it's not true. If it's true, go for it. You know, be proud that you booked a role with X celebrity, by all means. But if it's not true, what satisfaction do you get from that? A kid at my school had like 100 YouTube views on one of his raps. Overnight, he started becoming more of a rapper and less of a white suburban male from the Philadelphia area. He became a total a-hole. His biggest worry / fear was, I quote, losing his fame. Okay, can we be honest for a second? Every single one of us had a kid at our school who's trying to become a rapper, right? Dream what you want to dream. It's just funny because I'm like, I feel like every school in my hometown had that one person. In college, a girl I knew was elected student body vice president. Vice president isn't just president. She almost instantaneously became the most insufferable person I've ever met, complaining about the plight of having the lives of 20,000 people rest in her hands. She would use it to try and get better service at restaurants. It was like something out of a comedy. We stopped being friends with her. All for being student body vice president? Oh man, like pretty sure the waitress at the restaurant doesn't give a f if you're the student body president. I don't even remember who mine was. So, no offense if you're out there. No offense, but it was pretty insignificant for me. Well, that's it for today, you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Stay classy out there and stay sassy. Bye.